history in your own backyard. Today we are here at Carnegie Hall in Morrisville, Indiana. Come on in and we'll show you around. I'm here with Linda and Randy. Would you tell me more about the history of Carnegie Hall?
Well, this is the auditorium, and it was used for convocations, or when they had a big conference, they would use this room. It's also used for band practice, class plays, graduations, just anything where they needed a large room.
I think back in '58 we had a class play here, and for some reason we needed a gun sound. So I told them, I said, I'll go home and get my 12-gauge shotgun, and I'll shoot out the back window for the sound. So we did, and it worked out fine. And then that night we had this place was full of people, so I shot a 12-gauge shotgun towards Morrisville for sound. And nobody said a word, about it. But you couldn't do it now.
Well, there were high school classes from 1918 to 1978, the graduates. There are a lot of most of the pictures are along the stairwells, and when they come home in the first Saturday in May, that is the first place most of the class members go, is up and down those stairways to check back and see who's still there and if they still remember them the way they did the previous year. Okay. There is a typing class we had downstairs, and right now we have it set up with all the old typewriters that people have donated. And people will go in there and say, oh, this is the one I used, just like the one I used in high school, and others will say, no, well, I use this kind. Of course, they don't see any electric typewriters down there, but they do find something near what they used when they were in high school. Museum now, and along this wall are letter sweaters that were donated by mostly basketball players who earned their stripes and their letters. There are several who have 4 stripes, several who have 3 and 2, and there's one here who has 3 stripes and a star, and we asked him, why the star? So, well, it was noted that they didn't want anybody to make a stripe, earn a letter for the freshman year, so they just decided to give him a star. And that's Larry Given, and he lives in Lawrenceburg. And we have letter jackets, we have jackets that were warm-up jackets for the basketball team when the school left. We have military jacket uniforms that were donated to us. One is World War I, and that is from Clarence Jones of Sparta. That was the top coat. This is a World War II uniform. That's from the family of J. Donald Russell, who was in the invasion of Normandy, and he landed on Utah Beach, and he's told us some hair-raising stories about that. Here is one of our 2 pilots that we had in World War II. And this is a letter and a picture from President Nixon. His grandfather was, name, Frank Milhouse, and he was from out around Napoleon, near Millhausen, which I'm sure was named his family name because President Nixon was Richard Milhouse Nixon. So we had a letter stating, and he sent a letter also of his grandfather stating that he had gone to school here for a year. This section is used for memorabilia of the college days. We have pictures and just little items and melanges that were yearbooks that they put out. And some of those books we find in very good shape, and others probably have been in an attic too long. Then we have some clothing that were worn by some notable citizens of Morris Hill.
Thanks for watching. I'm Alicia with History in Your Own Backyard. Remember, travel slowly and stop often.